What's up guys, it's me Rezmag and welcome to another video on this channel. Today I'll be giving you pretty much a tips and guide on how to get better in season 10. I will give you my predictions on several things and give you 3 major tips, and I will cover them each, and I'm gonna go through all of them. So as long as you watch the entire video, you understand like the parts that I'm trying to talk about. And the 3 major tips that I'm going to give you guys is the basic, the strategies, and the solutions. So to start things off, we have the basics. The basics means that what to expect. Map will change. This is the major thing for the basics, because for map changes we need to get used to it. Without getting used to it, no matter how good you are, if you don't understand how the map it works, people will use that as an advantage against you. When you're in the end circle, you always don't know where it is. It might shrink down to Tilted Tower, and once you're in Tilted Towers, you've never been there before, you don't know how the different location works, you'll be stuck. You might struggling to go up the stairs and find like a sweet spot for you to get the good aim, while everyone just in the other side of the new tilted. So this is literally a general tips that everyone should know for each season. No matter it's season 10, season 20, season 30, we all must be able to familiarize the different map area to use as an advantage. Moving on to point number 2 is, do we still have the futuristic machine? What I mean is that, will sky platforms still exist if we don't have those futuristic machine? Our mobility must be way slower than season 9, and we don't know how to make our movement. So the next thing is that there might be vaulted weapon. As you all know, season 9 we kicked things out with a vaulted weapon, which is the pump shotgun. They removed it and put up a new gun called the combat shotgun. Everyone thought it was a bad gun, a bad weapon, because it's just really low damage and it's not even skilled weapon, just you can just spam, and pretty much people hate it until it got buffed. People start getting used to it. At the end of the season, the combat is actually quite worthy now, and they brought back the pump shotgun in the 14 days of Fortnite. So in this season, there might be a vaulted weapon, items, or a vehicle, who knows. What I suggest is that you should learn each type of a single weapon. The AR type, the SMG type, the sniper type, and even the vehicle type. Because if you guys don't familiar of using those type of weapon, if you are an aggressive player, you dive straight down to the high populated areas such as the Paradise Palm, and you pick up a suppressed SMG, but you don't know how to use it. You're only familiar with a shotgun and a SCAR and a sniper, but you don't know how to use the SMG. So this will make you harder to kill people, while the enemy has the same weapon and knows what to do with it. So it's better to learn each type of weapon so that you'll be able to be ready in season 10 as well. Now the last point I want to mention about the basics of what to expect is that the type of players you are going to be. The playstyle is for your own. You can choose whatever you want to do, but there's a 3 main type: the aggressive playstyle, the passive playstyle, and the mixed playstyle. Let me explain each of the playstyle. Aggressive, as I mentioned a bit just now, you literally just dive in to a high populated area where there's a lot of people, and as soon as you hear sound, you'll make a move on it. You go straightly on there, jump on them, 3rd party, 4th party, 5th party, no matter what, you're just gonna go in and trying to get as many kills as possible. That's like me. I was an aggressive player, but if you think about it, the cons about an aggressive player is that you might get unlucky. What I mean is that people can just sit at a corner of a place, maybe in the hotel in Paradise Palm, and he has a great AR. What he did, he just aim at you. Just wait for the moment when you just stand still, because you, after a many fight of the nearby opponents, you have to like rest. You have to pick up some weapons, pick up some ammo and stuff, and he just shot you. So being too aggressive is not a great thing. So the next thing is passive. What passive means is that you literally are trying to survive but not engaging any fights. Your goal is to go around the map without people noticing, trying to get as many good loot as possible. Once again, the cons about this is you won't be able to learn from a crazy fight, because imagine you end up in the top 2 spot, you get killed straight away because the enemy maybe get 10 kills. He's an aggressive player, but he knows what to do. He have the ideas of how the opponent will use against him. For you guys, we've been already 9 seasons away, almost 10 seasons. Everyone should know what to do. They know how to build simple stuff. They know how to make decisions on their own, and being too passive is not a good thing as well. What I would recommend for you guys is do a little bit of mixed. So mix is basically aggressive first, passive second, or passive first, aggressive second. It depends on how you want to play this. Moving on to the second major tips, the strategies. What I mean the strategy is use what's best for you. So basically there's 3 main points I want to say. The first one is the rotations. Be able to think smart about where to change your locations, and be able to find the most comfort spot for your aim and build inside those circles. So what I'm saying is that imagine you start out in Paradise Palms, but the circle is up north around Salty Spring to Lazy Lagoon area. For that instant, you have to start thinking which rotation will make the least problems that you're gonna face. So what I mean by that is that as soon as you enter that circle, you won't be able to face 5 players surrounding you and just spamming for you. Because you know, when opponent sees you, they see you as an enemy. They're trying to kill you to get your loot, to trying to be the better one in that game, in every single game. So you need to make a good suggestion to yourself which route you're gonna take to have a safer route, and pretty much you can gain the most kills out of it. When I talk about comfort spot for your aim and build inside the circle, what I mean is that find a location that you're most familiar with. As I mentioned at the beginning, I said how the map changes. Use that as your advantage. Get a correct angle, and as you can see, people are shooting another opponent. You can just snipe him off straight away while you're just standing still. Easy pick. The second point I want to mention is the build fight. What I can say by this is simple is the best. Because if you're trying to do something that you can't do, as I said, you're gonna mess up. So what I recommend for you guys is do 1x1, do some 90s, any creative build that can gain the high ground that is useful. Bring it to the game. Once you gain that high ground, you probably don't need to worry. It's easier to hit a headshot when you're on the top one. The high ground, which means his whole body will be shown. The final tips I want to say is the edit fights. Currently, 10th season, lots of players know different types of edits and they do it really quick. In order to attack, you also have to defend. You have to learn the most simple ways of them and be able to catch body that they don't even notice. This can gain high ground better and get easy kills. So you have to do it aggressively and passively. When they come in, probably trap them. When you go out, be careful of how they are using the edits on you and how are they putting the traps. You have to think both ways while doing edits in several ways. You can do edits on the high ground and stuff. So there's a lot of tons of ways that you can learn by editing. So let's move on to the final major tip, the solution. How to get better in Fortnite in general. So pretty much this, I think lots of YouTuber, content creator out there already mentioned this, is that practice in creative. What for me, always practice for like around 15 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour could be possible. It depends on how you want it. And mostly cover the most important part of your playstyle. If you just go into creative and start learning new things and you think you're ready, that's not the case. If you want to learn new things, keep doing it, but in the real game, don't do it until you actually have the muscle memories on builds, edits, or aim you got. So mostly cover your playstyle so that it works even better. For me, I always continuously build 90s, tunnel. My aim style is just a normal how I edit different types of material, different types of builds, the stairs, floor, pyramid, and walls. You can do a variety of different types of edits you can do. And there's a tons of creative map course where you can practice your aim tracking, builds and edits. So don't worry about how you can't able to improve in game. So last thing, you won't be able to improve overnight. As you can tell, Ninja, T-Fuel, Clicks, Symphony, they all are talented players, but they always been playing for a long period of time. They keep playing until they figure out the sweet spot of each and every single opportunity they take. Make sure you practice a lot and trying to slow things down. What I recommend you guys is when you're doing new things, for example, a double ramp. You're not familiar with this, turn off sprint by default. Turn off that, because if you sprint by default on, you probably be walking a bit faster and you just miss build. So turn that off and just walk and then do those build. It will make you even better. And don't do it rush, otherwise it will mess you up in game. So folks, that's the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope these kind of tips is helpful. If you guys have any question, comment down below. I'll try to answer you guys specifically and help you guys to improve. And I'm not a pro player, but I'm just giving my opinion on how to get better in season 10. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like. If you're new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Stay consistent and peace out.